Hey YouTube, hope everybody's doing well today. Coming out here today to remember our friend John Harden, Matches 860. It's been a year since we lost John, and you'll have to forgive me. I couldn't script this thing. I just tried a couple of times, and so it's going to be a little bit of a ramble. But I did want to, I think, remember John in two ways. The first, just to say that I think we all miss John, both personally and as a community. He certainly was more than one of the cornerstones of our community. He was a good friend. He was a genuine man. He was everything good about our community and about being a gentleman. And I wanted to mention that, having been fortunate enough to have actually met John and shared a pipe with him and a few pipes on several occasions. If you've ever watched maybe there is somebody who hasn't seen one of his videos, and if you haven't, then you certainly have to check them out right now. But when you watch any of John's videos and any of his live streams, that truly was John. He had no on-camera persona. He was, the stories he told, the fantastic stories he told. I think he could have told me a story about car insurance, and I would have been just thought it was the best story I've ever heard in my life. But the way he would interact with somebody on a live stream, just how he was, that's who he was. And so when you watch the live streams, when you watch his videos, you really have, for all intents and purposes, in a way, you have met him, because that's who he was. Every once in a while you do meet somebody who is just, they might call it large-souled, but just, that he's genuine and he's real. So just a pleasure to know. And the other way is I wanted to tell a short story. Not that I can tell one the way John did, but I thought I would tell the story about when I first met him. So after having watched his videos and commenting on his channel for years, kind of fast forward, get to know each other a little bit as we do when we comment. I hadn't made any videos yet, and got to know Brad, Pipes and Kayaks, in the same way, and eventually Sarge as well. But long story short, I was invited to get together with Brad and John. John was coming up here to Rhode Island to come to Foster to do one of his Halloween videos, a ghost video. And for me, there wasn't any better occasion than that time of year. I knew John was fond of ghosts. I love Halloween and ghosts, that kind of thing. And so we arranged to meet, and I got there a little early. We arranged to meet in a little strip mall parking lot type thing before we headed off to the site. And I was waiting there, and it occurred to me, I feel like I've known this guy for years, my whole life. I know a lot of things about him. I know what he looks like, and he doesn't even know what I look like, you know. And then I look over, and a truck pulls up, and I look over and I say, there he is. That's him. It's like suddenly I was watching one of his videos, and so I got out and walked over, and of course, again, he doesn't even know what I look like, and I, kind of waved, and he assumed it was me. Of course, he'd met Brad before several times, many times, and got out, introduced each other. We went around to the back of his truck. He pulled his tailgate down, immediately pulled out a pipe, lit it up. We started chatting, and in about the 10 minutes before Brad got there, it was like I had known him my whole life. He was treating me like he had known me my whole life. And I immediately thought, wow, what a guy. Just immediately talking and laughing, and we headed off to the site and got there and started looking around and walking around this graveyard, and again it's occurring to me, wow, here I am, after having watched so many videos of his, and with him looking at doing a video about cemeteries and history and that kind of thing, and here I am, that kind of thing, and how fantastic that was. And we shared a lot of bowls that day, walking, talking, looking for the historic remains. I think, and then he ended up making a video that day, and there again, I thought to myself, I've watched so many of his videos, and they're so fantastic, the stories and the history, and just who John was. And I'm thinking, now I'm in one of his videos. Come on, That one I think is called A Ghost in Foster, Rhode Island. But just fantastic time we had, and by the way, pipe here that I'm smoking, you can see it. Some haunted bookshop in it, of course. But this pipe John gave to me that first day when we met. So it's stamped Italy, and it's a great little smoker. So again, sorry for being unscripted and rambling and probably being a little disjointed, but there's a lot of things that come to my mind that I'd want to say about John, but none more than he was just a wonderful man. A terrible loss. Miss the guy very much in many ways, as do all of you. And I hope and know that we'll always keep John's memory alive. I don't know about you, I am always going back and watching his videos. Sometimes I just want to get his take again on what he thought of a certain tobacco. But mainly because I just want to hear that story again. I want to hear him tell that story again, because it was a great story. And I think Greg over at Tunnel Take had said this Friday, watch a live stream. And I think that's a great idea. pack a pipe, haunted bookshop, whatever your favorite blend is. Watch one of John's live streams. Well, folks, it's not enough that can be said about John, but I'm going to let you all go. Take care. Have a good smoke. Hope to see you again soon.